Here we have the current stock market update for MAXEON Solar Technologies Limited, stock ticker MAXN. Before we begin with this chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, we have the 15-minute price chart for MAXEON Solar. For the most part, when I do take a look at this stock, I tend to focus on these shorter term timeframes, and there are some very specific reasons for that. Mostly this is due to the fact that the stock is caught in an extreme downtrend that has been in place for quite a while now. And this is why I find it quite surprising when I start to see people in the comment section or other YouTubers that make sort of outlandish predictions about the stock and suggest that the share price itself could actually move above the $50 level. So in this video, what I want to do is sort of take a look at that type of projection and see how likely that something like that would actually be for the stock going forward. So as we can see here currently, what we're dealing with is a share price movement that has been hovering right around 8.5 cents per share recently. That is after coming into prior long-term lows at 7.5 cents. This would have developed during the September 9 trading session, where we did see prices falling into that region. So overall, it's undeniable at this point that the share price itself has continued to move lower, and there really isn't much to be seen in the way of upside price momentum. Of course, there have been some instances of this in the past. So, for example, we can see this price movement from roughly 11.5 cents per share, moving all the way into 23 cents per share, which is quite a substantial price gain for anybody that might have been able to caught the lows on that price movement. That would equal share price gains that would be more than 100%, and that would be a very strong price gain if the trader was actually able to catch the lows here and then close the position as share prices were trading at these near-term highs. The only problem with that is that this occurred over a very short-term time frame, and you would really have to be watching these price charts very closely in order to even spot this type of price movement as it occurred. It would be very difficult to even see that price movement, let alone be smart enough to actually, buy the stock at its lows and then exit the position at those highs. So, you'd almost need a crystal ball in order to be able to do that, especially when we consider the fact that share prices for this stock have been caught in a very long-term downtrend. So, as you can understand, this is why I tend to be very skeptical when I see comments in the comment section or other videos on the platform that say things like, the stock is going to move to $50 per share and things like that. I mean, this would be a tremendous share price gain in percentage terms. I mean, maybe not necessarily in dollar terms, but in percentage terms, this would be a massive price movement to the top side. And with this video, what I just want to do is look at what exactly it would take in order for share prices to start to move into that area. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to move out to the weekly price chart. Before we were looking at the 15-minute price chart. And when we pull out to these longer term time frames, we can see a couple of interesting price levels here that have been seen in the past. So specifically first, what I would point to here would be this May 8, 2023 trading period. This would be the week of May 8, 2023. Each candle on this pattern, on this chart time frame, I should say. Each candlestick on this charting time frame does show a 1 week trading period. So this would be the week of May 8, 2023. And we did see that share prices were actually able to move close to the $39 mark. $38.91 would have been the price high from that trading period. And then if we go back a bit further, we can see that share prices were actually trading even higher than that. This occurred during the week of February 8, 2021. So we're still sort of in the pandemic period here. The stock market was seeing some very extreme price movements during that period of time. And as we can see here in that instance, share prices did actually trade close to the $58 level, coming in at price highs of $57.97. So, of course, this is an extreme price movement, and it does show that share prices have been capable of reaching this price level in the past. However, what we have to remember here is that past performance does not necessarily indicate future returns. That's a very common saying in the market, and it's an established saying and phrase for a reason. Just because we've seen this number in the past doesn't necessarily mean that it can happen again in the future. Of course, that doesn't mean that it's impossible for share prices to move into this area. It can't be impossible if it's already occurred, if this is an event that has been seen in the past. But when I see comments and other videos which suggest that this stock specifically could move above the $50 mark and possibly even hit the 57 handle again, these do seem to be very outlandish projections here, really based on nothing. And I do think that this type of assertion or prediction is irresponsible, because the chances of that happening are extremely limited when you're looking at a share price movement that is currently having trouble maintaining 10 cents per share. So, these are very extreme moves here that would need to take place. And we could try to come up with a fundamental scenario which might justify or explain that type of price movement. But we have to understand that just in terms of standard deviations and mathematical probabilities, moving averages and things like that, the potential for the share price in MAXN to move above the $50 mark and even into the $57 level would take a Herculean effort that seems very close to impossible at this point. I won't go as far as calling it impossible, because we have seen it in the past. So if there's anybody that in the comment section here that would like to explain why exactly they believe a stock like this would be able to move above $50 per share, possibly even reaching $57 per share, I would just like to hear an explanation of what that would be, because at the moment it doesn't even look like the share price itself would be able to reach into 57 cents per share, let alone $57. So the overall trend here on this chart is quite obvious. We have seen instances in the past where share price movements have been seen moving into the upward direction. Here, for example, we can see share prices moving from roughly $1.73 to above $4 per share. So again, here we have a price gain of more than 100%. But what happened after that? These price gains were very short-lived. They did not last very long. And if you were not able to catch the lows here and then sell at these near-term highs, the share price activity that resulted was a massive movement to the downside. So if anybody bought in at these $4 highs, you're currently looking at major losses at the moment. And overall, these do represent very dangerous trading conditions. So here's the current stock market update for MAXEON Solar Technologies Limited, stock ticker MAXN. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.